they feel, when the exchange that you are trading with, when they feel like the coin that you are trading is being manipulated by the producers of the coin, when the exchange feels that the coin is being manipulated, then what do? They remove the coin from their exchange. They stop the business with the coin owners on their exchange. They delete the coin from their exchange. Then people will not be able to trade the coin anymore on their exchange. Thereby, the people that are holding the coin, you know, the buyers, the customers that are holding, just like you, that you are holding the coin, you would have to remove the coin. You will have to convert into another coin, right? You will have to convert. But when you convert into another coin like that, you are forced to sell at a loss. You are forced to lose the portion that is on floating loss in your money. That is gone permanently. Do you understand? So that is the only challenge that we face when we do sports trading. That is the challenge that we do when we do sports trading. So in sports trading, you can be able to hold your assets for longer. Even if the market goes against you, you will still have confidence, because anytime the coin comes back up, you sell and you take your profit. You sell and you take your profit. Do you understand?
Yes.
That's it about sports trading. And on the other hand, we have the futures trading. We have the futures trading. What is futures trading? Futures trading is the in futures we can be able to trade two sides of the market. In futures we can be able to trade two sides of the market. That is, you trade that when the coin is going up, you sell and you make profits. And also, you can trade that when the coin is going down, you sell and you make profits. So you can buy when the price is low and sell when the price is high. Also, you can buy when the price is high and sell when the price is low.
Mm.
Did you get that? You know what we used to do in sports trading? It is to only buy when the price is low and sell when the price is high. Uh in sports, you only buy when the price is low and sell when the price is high. But in futures,
Yeah.
you can do
Mm.
both ways. You can buy when the
Okay.
price is low and sell when the price is high. And also, you can buy when the price is high and sell when the price goes down. You see, in futures, you have more opportunity.
Mm.
In futures, you have more opportunity to be able to, in futures, you have more opportunities to be able to get an entry in the market, even when the market is bad.
Okay. I think that is better.
So Sports is what we've always been doing on Royal Q. Royal Q introduced futures since last year, but for some reasons, some of us were a bit reluctant to start on the futures side. But when we realized that sometimes there are not entries for us in the sports market, sometimes we can't be able to buy when the price is low and sell when the price is high, because most of the coins, they will not come down, right? The coins will not come down. They keep on pumping. And you don't want to enter a pumping coin and dump with it, right? That is why we have to implement the futures, so that when a coin has already risen, it is much easier for a coin that has risen to fall down than for a coin that is down to go up. Are you with me? It is more easier for a coin that has risen to fall down, a coin that has gone up. It is much easier for it to come back down than it is for a coin that is down to go up. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of volume to raise the coin up, but it doesn't take any effort to fall the coin down. It is very easy for a coin to fall. Think of it this way. You go into the deep side of the ocean. You go into the deep side of the ocean, and when you get there, you have a coin in your hand. You throw the coin into the ocean. You throw the coin into the ocean. What do you think would be the normal position for that coin? The coin that you throw in the deep of the ocean. What do you think would be the normal movement for that coin when everything is fine and there is no disturbance for the coin? What do you think would be the normal movement for the coin? Tell me. Tell me. Somebody knows the answer? Tell me. Tell me. No one knows the answer. When you throw a coin in the ocean or a deep water that is deep, you throw a coin there, that coin that you throw there, what will happen to the coin is that, right, the coin will continue to go down because everything is fine, because the situation is right with the coin. So the coin will just continue to go down because the water, very easy for the coin to continue going down in the water, right? The normal position for the coin, the normal movement for it when it is in the water, the normal movement is for it to go down.
Mm.
So what would be the normal movement for the coin is for it to go down. It's for it to go down. The coin will continue to go down. That is the normal movement. So a normal movement for any coin is downwardness. Don't think that you can enter a coin and then it is normal for that coin to go up. No, it is not normal for a coin to go up. Because what is normal for a coin to do is for it to go down. It's in the water. That is why we call it floating loss. It is floating. It is inside the water. And when you throw a coin inside water, the coin will continue to go down because of the weight. A coin usually has a weight, you know, it is easier for it to continue going down in the water. Now, what will cause a coin to go up is a wave. When a coin is in the ocean and it is going easily, maybe there's a wave that has come up, a wave, or a big fish in the ocean. That big fish has touched the coin. Maybe that big fish has you know used his body to kick the coin, and the coin has gone in the up direction. The coin has gone up because the because the big fish has kicked the coin in the up in the in the upper direction. Are you getting my analogy, please? Am I making sense?
Yes.
Yes,
Am I
please.
making sense? Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So that is why you see the news that a big wave has transferred so amount of dollars into so wallet. Do you always see that news? Do you always see that news where they say a big wave just bought some amount of BTC? You know, there's always the news every day. So that is to tell you that this cryptocurrency market is a market of water. It's a market that we do in the water, in the deep ocean. We are in the ocean, you know. We are trading against the whales, against the sharks of the market. Some coins, the shark will just swallow them, and you won't hear about them again. Some coins, wave will come into the water, and that wave will disturb the natural movement of the coin, which is to go down, and the wave will disturb the movement, and the coin will start to go up because it is losing its its balance, because the coin has lost its balance. Then it will start to go up. That's why I tell you it is not normal for a coin to go up. The most normal thing for a coin is for it to go down. You cannot throw a coin into the ocean and expect that coin to be going up. No, it will go down. Do you get that? So it's not easier for a coin to go down than for it to go up. That is why we have chosen the futures to be able to short the market, so that we will be able to short the market, so that when the coin is going down, we can enter. When the coin is pumping, when the coin is at the top, we can enter and believe that that coin will go down. We can enter and believe that that coin will go down and give us profits. I hope you have gotten my points, friends.
Yes.
Velo, are you there? Did you get my point, Velo?
Yes, I got.
Thank you. So in futures, we have two ways of trading. This is the long. What is the long? Long is the act of buying from the bottom and selling at the top. Then what is the opposite of long? The opposite of long is short. Short in trading, in futures trading, short means the act of buying at the top and selling at the bottom, which is what we can be able to do in futures, and we are not able to do it in spot. It can only be done in futures. To be able to buy from the top and take profit at the bottom, it is only done in futures. So this futures trading is what we are introducing to you people, so that you can know how it works and also benefit from it. So with all that being said, I have explained to you what we mean by sports and what we mean by futures, and I've also shown you the differences between sports and futures. And I believe you have understood that. Now we can move in. Where do we start from? Okay.
we start from, we are going to start from how to uh how to pick a coin. Okay, we are going to start from how to pick a coin. Some of us already understand how to pick a coin, but some of us here, I believe there are some people that don't understand yet, either because they haven't attended our classes or because of another thing. Okay, so uh, uh, let's start. Okay, from the home page of your Royal Kit, from the home page of your Royal Kit, you are going to see vendor, are you there? We are using your screen. Your screen share stopped. Please share your screen again.
Okay.
Okay. From the home page of your screen, what I always want you to do is to manage, because every time Royal Q always move with whatever Binance your exchange is doing. Now, you're using Binance as the exchange. Every now and then, Binance deletes some coins and they replace with other coins. They delete some, they announce some, you know, they add some coins. So when they add coins, Royalty will not add those coins for you automatically. You will have to go to your exchange, to your Royalty, and add the coins that have been added to your exchange. You add them to your Royalty by yourself. So that is what I'm going to lead you to first do, which is to click on the manage button. Manage. Can you see manage on your screen? You click on the manage button. You should always do this every time, maybe once in a week. Make sure you always add all the coins. Now click on spot. Click on spot at the top of the screen. Click on spot at the top of the screen. Then click on all at the bottom of the screen. All at the bottom of the screen. Then click on add. You can see there are a lot of coins that you have not added already. So you click on add to add all of them. Now they have been added. Then you click on features again at the top. You click on features at the top. Then you click on all at the bottom. And you click on add. Because sometimes when you send signal, you will say you can't see the coin with your own Royal key. This is always the reason why you can't find the coin, because you have not added them. Now that you have added them, you go back to the home page. Now that you have added them, you go back to the home page. Back to the home page. Now, from the home page, can you see 24-hour change? Just right under manage that you just clicked. Can you see 24-hour change? Can you see?
24?
24-hour change. Can you see it? It is under
Yes.
manage. You look. Okay. Now you click on that 24-hour change. Click on it. Scroll to the top a little bit. Just scroll up. Very good. Very good. That's okay. Now it is showing you all the coins that are positive. Because you have clicked on the 24-hour change, your robot will only show the coins that are doing well in the market. If you click on 24-hour change again, it's going to show you all the coins that are being bad in the market. So click on 24-hour change. Let it show you all the coins that are being bad in the market. Now you are seeing all the coins that are being bad. So every time you want to pick a coin, from here you decide, do you want to trade long or short? I told you long means buying from the bottom and selling at the top. From this 24-hour change, which of them? We have two categories, the ones that are red and the ones that are green. Which of the green and the red do you think is the bottom? Which one is the bottom? If we want to trade long, which one are we going to use? I'm asking you. If we want to trade long, which means buying from the bottom and taking profit at the top, which category are we going to use on this 24-hour change? Tell me.
Is it the red?
Can I answer? Or
yes, anyone can answer. Please answer.
okay, the red coins. The one
The
in the
red
negative.
one, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, engineer, okay, great. You are right. You are right. When you want to buy at the bottom, that you want to trade long, you come here on the coins that are red. Because long means buying the coins that are already down and expecting that they go. That is long. And on the other hand, if you want to do short, it means that you want to buy from the top and you want to take profit at the bottom. So if it is short, which can only be done in futures, you have to check from the coins that are green. Okay? If it is long, if it is short that you want to trade, you can only do it in futures and you have to pick them from the coins that are green. But this long, you can do long in both futures and spot. Okay? That's why we are checking long first, because long can be used by both spot and futures traders, because it is the normal way of trading. You buy from the bottom and you collect profits at the top. So now to check on to do long, I want you to start from the top, from the first coin at the top. From the first coin at the top, then look. From the first coin at the top. Then look, let's see the first coin at the top.
Coin
Are you
and
there?
yes.
Then scroll up a little bit. Scroll up a little bit. So that to show the first coin.
No,
So that's scrolling down. Scroll up. I mean, let's see the top side. Let's see the top of the coins. No, yeah. No. Scroll your screen downwards. Scroll it downwards so that we see the top. We want to see the top. We want you to start from up. We need the top of the coin, not the bottom. The top.
Top.
Yes,
Okay.
scroll back to the top. So you start from the top because the robot has arranged them from the coin that is being first. You can see the first one is 16, the other one 14, 12, 10. So it has arranged them. So we want to start checking from the coin that is doing bad the most. Okay. So anime is the first coin that is doing bad the most. You click on anime. You click on it, let's analyze. You click on it, let's analyze. Okay. You make sure you're on the 15 minutes time frame. Can you see? Click on it. Okay. Have you seen 15 minutes at the top?
Yes.
Okay. You make sure you're on the 15 minutes time frame. The next thing to do is to scroll down on the technical indicator. Scroll down on the technical indicator here, right here. That one that looks like a meter. That one at the top that looks like a meter. That is what you want to check. Scroll down a little so that we can see the top. Aha. Now, no, scroll down a little. Let's see the top. Scroll, I mean down. Go down. Scroll. Yes.
Scroll up.
Yes, scroll up. That's what I mean. Scroll up. Let us see the top. Let us see the top. Aha, it's okay. You went too far. You went too far, right? You have to go slowly, please. Aha, that's perfect. Okay now. It's okay now. So you will make sure that this one is also on 15 minutes. That's the point I'm trying to show you. Make sure it is on 15 minutes. Okay? Once you have confirmed it is on 15 minutes, the next thing to confirm is that its cursor is pointing at strong sell. Make sure it is pointing at strong sell and strong sell only. If it is pointing at sell or neutral or buy or strong buy, it is not working for long. When you want to trade long, make sure this one is pointing at strong sell. Then the next thing for you is to scroll down and click on technical indicator. You see another technical indicator at the bottom. Click on it. Yes. Right here, make sure that the first three values, you can see the names of the indicators. We have RSI, we have stochastic K, and we have MACD. So the first one, you can see the values. The first one, the value is 40, then 9, then 37, and minus 0. The first one must be less than 20. The first one at the top must be less than 20. If you want to enter this coin now, the first one must be less than 20. The second one must be less than 20. The third one must also be less than 20. Then the last one, which is the margin, must be negative. What's negative? Can you see a minus before the zero? Can you see a minus? Whenever you see a
Yes.
minus like that, that means it is negative. So you need that minus if you are trading long. If you want to trade from the bottom and take profit at the top, you need to see this minus and make sure the first three they are below 20. Make sure the first three are below 20. So from what you can see that it is only two values that are qualified, which is the stochastic and the MACD. They are qualified, but the RSI and the KGG, they are not qualified. Can you see? So if three of them are qualified and one is not qualified, then you can't use it. You must make sure all the four they meet with your criteria. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So that's how to pick a coin on long. Either you're trading it in spots or you're trading it in futures. That is how to pick a coin on long. You can go back and check the second coin. So you keep checking. From the first one, the first coin you check was anime, the next one is VIB. So VIB. Click on it and check. Click on it and check if it meets with your criteria. You know what to check? Check. Let me know if it meets with your criteria. What you say?
It's
What you
not
say?
qualified.
Very good, very good. It's not qualified because the first three they are not below 20, and the margin is not even negative. Here the margin is positive. Whenever you see there is no minus, that means the margin is positive. So if not qualified, then you go ahead, you check the third coin. If you're not qualified, you go ahead, you check the fourth. You don't jump from up to the middle. No, you check one after the other. You check so that you will know which ones that you have checked and the ones that you have not checked. So you check one after the other. Once you find a coin, you find one that is valid. The next thing for you is to trade the coin. You click on create and you trade the coin. So on the other hand, if it is short that you want to trade, if it is short that you want to trade, okay. When you find a signal in long, this is long. When you find a signal here, you can send it to people that are trading futures and also people that are trading sports. But mind you, there are a lot of coins in the sports market that is not available in the futures market. So if you have checked a coin on the sports market and you want to trade, you might want to trade it on the sports because if you look for it in the futures, it may not be there in the futures. So once you find a coin in the spot, you can go ahead and trade it in your spot. But if you say it is futures that you want to trade and not spots, it is better to click on futures. Click on futures. Click on futures at the top there. If you say it is futures you want to trade and not spot, it's better to come here gently on the futures and check the coins. Because there are some coins here that are not on spot, and there are some coins on spot that are not here. So decide where you want to check from. If you come to this feature, you can also click on 24-hour change. You'll be able to see the coins that are doing bad and the coins that are doing well. Click on 24-hour change. You can see now it's showing you the coins that are doing well. So when you want to trade short, make sure you enter futures because you can't trade short in sports. You cannot trade short in sport. I told you sport, you can only trade one way, which is to trade from the bottom to the top. But here in futures, you can trade both ways. You can trade the two ways, trade from the bottom to the top, and trade from the top to the bottom. So now we are trying to trade from the top to the bottom, which is called short. And what to do, once you click on 24-hour change like that, you click on the first coin that has the most positive sign. Click on it. Now, there's a little twist here. You will make sure it's also on the 15 minutes time frame. Then you scroll down to the technical indicator. There's a little twist. You know, on the long, we were looking for coins that are 20, 20, 20 below and Manding must be negative. That is what we are doing on the long. But here on the short, it is different. Scroll down to technical indicator. Scroll down to technical indicator. Here on the short, it is different. Wait here. Scroll up a little bit so that we see that it's on 15 minutes. Scroll up. Now you see that it's on 15 minutes. It must be on 15 minutes. Make sure it is on 15 minutes like this. Then this technical indicator, make sure it is pointing at strong buy, not neutral, not sell, but strong buy. Make sure it is pointing at strong buy and strong buy only. You know, in long, you want to be pointing at strong sell. So everything you do in long is the opposite here. So the opposite here is to make sure it is pointing at strong buy. Once you see that it is pointing at strong buy, the next thing is to scroll down and click on technical indicators. Scroll down and click on the second technical indicator. Now, we also have 4 values here. The names are RSI, stochastic K, and MACD. What to check here are also the values. What to check here are also the values. You must make sure that the first one is above 80, right? Make sure the first one is above 80. Make sure the second one, which is the stochastic 14,14,33, make sure it is 100 or nothing. 100. This second one must be 100. You must be 100 on it. Now, the third one must be above 90. It must be 90 or above. And the margin must be positive. How do you know it is positive? Right now, the margin is positive because there is no minus. Right? When you're choosing a coin for short, make sure there is no minus on the margin. And make sure the first one is 80 or above. The second one is 100. And the third one is 90 or above. So 80, 100, 90. 80, 100, 90. And MACD must be positive. MACD must be positive. MACD must be positive. 80, 100, 90. And MACD must be positive. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? So whenever you find a coin like that, you send it to me. Send me the coin. Tell me the name of the coin. You send it to my WhatsApp. I'm always available. So I'm not responding immediately. You ring me. You call me to bring me online. Then I will check and I see that it's valid. Once I see that it's valid, I'll send to the group. I'll send to everybody so that everybody can trade and take profit. So when you see a signal, don't trade it alone. Share it with me so that I can share it with the rest of the group. Do you understand?
Yes.
So we can see that this coin is not qualified. What you do is to go back and check on the second coin. This is BSW. You take note of the name of the coin. Then you check the coin that is next after it. Okay. So we can see what is it pointing at?
Buy.
Buy. Is it qualified?
No, it is not qualified.
Don't even need to continue to check. Once you see that it is not pointing at strong sell, don't even check. You go back, you check the next coin. This is still USDT. The next one to check is okay. So you check. Is it qualified?
No.
It's not qualified. So you go and check the next coin. You go and check the next coin.
Not qualified.
Not qualified. You go and check the next coin. You go and check the next coin. Is it qualified?
Yes.
Very, very qualified. And you go ahead and check the last change you check. Is it qualified? Is it qualified?
No.
Oh.
Yes, because the first one must be above 80, the second one must be 100, and the last one must be above 90. So here we can see that it is only the man D that is qualified. And when one or more of them is not qualified, that means everything is not qualified. Everything must be proper. Everything must be written for us to enter a coin. So once you see that you can't get from GMX USDT, you go ahead and you check the coin that is next. This is how we get signals for you. Sometimes we check all the coins in spot, we check all the coins in long, and we see that there's no signal in long. Then we come to short, check signals for short. Sometimes we will still not find. You can see that this one is about to hit. If this coin go up, this kind of coin, what you do is you will write it down. You will write the name of the coin down. Then as you are checking the other ones, you will be coming back to this one to check. You know, the first one must be above 80. Now it is 74. The second one must be 100. Now it is 98. The third one must be 90. Now it is 87. So the first one remains just 6 to be qualified. The second one remains 2. The third one remains 3. Now you see that the margin is qualified. So this kind of point, you write it down. The name is Solana. Solana, you write it down. So USDT. Then you continue checking the other coins, and frequently you come back to check the Solana. And if you see that it's signal, you enter the coin and trade, and you send me a signal. Okay. So Solana is not qualified yet. Scroll up. Next, scroll up. Go to the top.
Hello, my boss.
Yes.
Please, with the stochastic, can you maybe consider maybe 97, 98, 200, or approximately 100?
Okay, you can consider from 98, like this one is
98.
a signal. This
Oh,
is
okay.
a signal. If you are trading futures, render USDT, it is a signal. And I'm going to send this to all the group. Fellow, you have given us bread to eat this morning. Fellow, you have given us bread to eat this morning. Yes, this is bread. This is bread. So everyone in the group must trade and take profit. This is signal. Venlo, you have given us bread this morning. Thank you. Venlo, is this a long signal or short? Venlo,
Yes.
is this a long signal or short?
Short. It's a short signal.
It's a short
Short.
signal. Is that Venlo that answered me?
Short.
Venlo, are you the one that answered me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. So this is a short signal. Can you trade it now? Venlo, can you trade it? Can you yourself, can you trade it now? Are you able to trade futures now, Venlo? Can you? No, you can't do. You cannot do futures yet, Venlo. Yes, because we are not done with you. You don't have a strategy yet. Right here, I am going to give you the strategy. But you don't have a strategy yet, and you don't rush into trades. Okay? You don't rush into trades. When you are not in a good position to trade, you need the trade to go. You can see that it's going down already. The coin is going down to take profit already. Scroll up. Scroll up on the render. Click on render again. Click on render again. You see that the coin? No, scroll up to the top. Scroll to the top. Scroll up to the top. To the top, yes. Can you see that the coin has produced a red candle? Can you see that it has produced a red candle? Now the coin has pumped to the top. When it reached the top, that was when the signal to us that we can trade. But now it has produced a red candle, which means it has calmed down, but it's going to fall even further. It's going to fall even further. It's going to fall even further and give us our profits, right? So that's how to get a signal on short. You can see how easy it is to get a signal. It is more likely for you to get a signal on short than it is for you to get it on long. It is easier to get your short signals than long. Now that you have understood how to find a signal in long, you can see that since we entered the coin has started to go down, to continue to go down. And as much as it goes down, it will give us our profits. Okay, it's going to go down and give us our profit. So, okay, someone said my microphone is not good.
Is that true? Is that true? Someone said my microphone is not good.
It's actually is fine.
Oh yeah. Maybe I think maybe it's from his network.
Oh, okay. Okay. So now that we have gotten a coin, the next thing for us is to know how to is to create a strategy. The next thing is to create a strategy. So we are going to Venlo. I'm going to create strategy for you now. Two different strategies. I'll create a strategy for sports and I'll create a strategy for futures. A strategy for sports and a strategy for futures. Note that the futures, you can be able to trade futures using it is better you start from $100, but if you don't have $100, you can still manage with your $50, right? You can still manage with your $50. It's fine, it will still work. It will work. So we are going to create a strategy. Now go back to the home page and click on mine. Go back to the home page and click on mine. Okay, now click on my strategy setting. My strategy setting. Okay, if you are new, if you haven't added a strategy before, you're going to find add it now here. But if you have been here before and you have gotten a strategy before, you're not going to say add it now. If you are been here before and you've been trading using strategies, you're going to find your strategies listed here. So you won't see add it now. What you click is the plus sign at the top of the screen. So for you vendor, you can click on any of them, either add it now or the plus sign at the top. Click on any of them to add a strategy. So now we are going to create a strategy for sports trading. So anytime you get a signal in sports, or I send a signal in sports, you can be able to trade it with this strategy that I'm going to give you. So your capital is $50, and we are not fearful, we are not afraid in the market because the technical indicator that we are using is so sure, is so accurate that whenever we enter the market with that indicator, our trade is definitely going to deliver. It is 100% sure. It is only when the market is being manipulated, just like we see in OMUSDT. Some of us traded OMUSDT in the last few days, where the market was allegedly manipulated. We saw that the coin went down from $5.6 to $0.3 in the space of 30 minutes to 1 hour. So the coin, such occurrence is not usual. It happens once in a while. Okay, what happened to OMUSDT only happens once in a while. So that is why we always prepare for margin calls, so that if the coin goes against us, we will still be safe in the market. That is why we always prepare for margin calls, especially now that we are getting into futures trading. You must trade with margin calls so that if the coin goes against you, your robots will be able to buy more. That is why you don't use more than 10% of your capital as your first buying amount. So if the robot is getting into the trade, it must not get in with more than 10% of your capital, so that if it goes up, it sells and give you profit. If it goes down, it buys more with the remaining 90%. So we are not fearful because our strategy is so sure. On the risk type means that how fearful are you? Are you confident in your trade or you are afraid? That is the risk type. So you want to choose your risk type. I don't want to use the steady. I want to use the radical, which means I am not fearful at all. So click on steady and change it to radical. I am not fearful at all. I am so sure with my technical indicator that my coin, it will go in my favor. Since we have been trading using this technical indicator, nobody has gotten into floating loss. People can testify to it. Those of you that have been using the strategy, no one has gotten into floating loss, or except somebody said something. Did you say something? Is there engineer Natsi? Or who said something? I heard a voice. Okay. So I was saying, no one has gotten into floating loss. All our trades have delivered. Everything is always delivering when we have been using this technical indicator. So we are so sure, we are not afraid, but we are just going to be able to prepare for just 30.5% drop. In this radical, click on radical again. For the case of people that are fearful, click on radical. There are some people here that they are afraid. Click on radical. Vendo, click on radical. Click on radical. Okay, now you can see that we have other risk types that are called conservatives and steady. Conservative means that you are not afraid at all. Conservative means that you are not afraid. You are not, it means that you are afraid, sorry. Radical is that you're not afraid. Conservative is that you are afraid. You are scared. You don't know what to expect. You are not sure of the entry that you entered in the market. You don't know if the coin will go against you or if it will go up. That is when you use conservative. It will give you up to 62% drop, up to 60% drop. 60% drop. Conservative will give you. Radical is just 30.5% drop, while steady is in between radical and conservative. Steady is for a person that says, I'm a little bit afraid and I'm a little bit confident. I'm not too afraid and I'm not too confident. I'm just in between. Then you use steady because it will give you 42.7% drop. Steady will give you 42.7% drop. So we are using radical. Click on radical again so we can move on. Do you understand the part of risk type, friends? Do you understand the part of risk type? Do you understand? Have I made sense? Let me know.
Yes.
Do you understand risk type? Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Now on the remark, we are going to come back there after we create the strategy. Then we will know the name that we are going to give this remark. So now your first buying amount, according to your capital, which is $50, your first buying amount should be just $5. Your first buying amount should be $5. So you use 5% of your capital. Use 5 when you are trading in sport. You use 5% of your capital as your first buy in amount. You use 5% of your capital as your first buy in amount. Even when you are trading in futures, it is better to use just 5% of your capital as first buying amount. Use just 5%, and then when the coin goes up, when the coin goes down, the robot is going to buy more for you in the right way. So now The next thing is the margin call limit. We have it as 7. It is okay. We leave it as 7. The whole position take profit ratio, that is the amount of profit that you want to collect from that trade. You leave it as 1.3%. Margin call limit that you saw as 7 is the number of times that you want your robot to buy more for you. So if the coin is dropping, how many times more do you expect for the robot to buy for you? Is 7 times. So that is the work of the margin call limit. Now the old position take profit callback, we put it on 0.2. Old position take profit callback, let it be 0.2. That means that if the coin has gotten up by your old position take profit ratio, which is 1.3, the coin has gone up by 1.3%, but in some cases the coin will continue to go up. So the robot will not just sell at 1.3%. It will watch the coin. Either the coin will continue to go up. If it continues to go up and it gets to 5%, the robot will still not sell until the coin tries to come back down by this percentage that you have put on your old position take profit callback, which is 0.2. So the coin has gone up by 1.3%, the robot did not sell. It has gone to 2%, the robot did not sell. The reason why it has not sold is because the coin has not tried to come back down by 0.2%. The coin continues to go up. It touches 5% and then it tries to come down. It comes down by 0.1%, got to 0.2%. Immediately that time, the robot will sell and give you, it has gotten to 5%, but it has come down by 0.2%, which means you're not getting 5% as profit. You'll be getting 4.8% as profit. Do you understand? And if it has gone up to 1.3%, then the coin has come down by 0.2%. It will not give you 1.3% profit. It will give you 1.1% profit. Do you understand that part? It is as simple as that. Yes. So that's the old position take profit callback. Now, the buy-in callback. You see, your margin configuration. Margin configuration means that these 7 margin call limits that we have set, how do you want to configure them? How do you want the robot to buy the first margin? How many percent do you want the coin to drop down before it buys the first margin? Before it buys the second margin, down to the 7th margin? Then how many multiples of times? How many times do you want it to multiply your $5 on each margin? That's the work of the margin configuration. So we are coming back to margin configuration, but click on buy-in callback. Buy-in callback, put it to 0.3. The work of buy-in callback is that when your coin is dropping and the robot he wants to put in more of your money, if you have told the robot to buy on the first margin that the robot should buy 3.5%, when the coin drops by 3.5%, the robot should buy the first margin, and the coin continues to drop down, the robot will still not buy that 3.5% until the coin tries to come back up by what you have in this buying callback, which is 0.3%. That is when the robots will buy. So the coin has gone down by 3.5%, and then it has come back up by 0.3%. That is when the robots will buy. That means it has bought for you when the coin is exactly 3.2%. You understand? Because 0.3 has been minus. That's the work of the buying callback. Now, the distributed and take profit allocation is what you want the robot to buy for you from the 5th margin. Because from the 5th margin downwards, you can enter into the sub-in moderate time settlements where your robot will continue to buy and sell. Even when the coin is still against you, it will continue to sell for you. It will start to sell small out of them. So it starts from the 5th margin. That's the work of the distributed and take profit allocation. We are coming back there as well. So the sub position take profit callback, it works for the distributed and take profit allocation. Just as the buying callback works for the margin configuration, just as the whole position take profit callback works for the whole position take profit ratio, in the same way, this sub position take profit callback is working with the one above it, which is the distributed and take profit allocation. So sub position take profit callback means that when the coin has gotten to the take profit of your sub-in mode from the 5th margin to the 7th margin, the coin has gotten to your take profits, maybe 1% or 1.2%. We will use 1%, but the coin has gone up by 1%. If it continues to go up, the robot will not sell until it hits this your sub position take profit callback, until the coin tries to come back by 0.2%. So you put 0.2% in that sub position take profit callback. Put 0.2% in that sub position take profit callback. When the coin goes up, it has bought the fifth margin or the sixth margin or the seventh margin, and then the coin goes up and it wants to sell that seventh margin. You instructed your robot to give you 1.3% or 1%, but it continues to go up. The robot will not sell until it tries to come back by 0.2. I said 0.2, 0.2, 0.2%, 0.2. Until it tries to come down by 0.2%, that is when the robot will buy. So it gives you more chance of taking more profit in the trade. Now, the strategy period, it means that when the robot closes this trade, when everything has been sold, do you want the robot to continue trading that coin again? Remember that before we enter that coin, we have checked on the technical indicators and we have seen that there is a possible entry in that coin. We have seen a signal before we enter. So we don't want our robot to enter it again immediately it sells, because if it sells, that means the technical indicator have shifted to the opposite side. We don't want to buy. We want to be able to check first before we buy. So you click on cycle and it will immediately change to one shot. You click on cycle, it will immediately change to one shot. Now it is on one shot, which means that once this coin has been sold, once you take your profit from this trade, the robot will not buy the coin again. It will wait for you to analyze your thing and give it the instruction to enter into a trade if it is needed.
Don't you want to go back?
So the next thing now, when we have set all this, the next thing is to get into the margin configuration. The margin configuration. These 7 margin call limits that you have set, how do you want the robot to put your money in these 7 margins? That is what we set. Remember, you have entered the trade with $5 as your first buying amount. You are using $50 to trade. You have entered with $5 as your first buying amount. Now, you are remaining with $45. Now, this $45, how do you want the robot to use it for you? That is what you set in the margin configuration. So you click on it, margin configuration, let us set the remaining $45, how we want the robot to use it. So the only thing you change here are the multiple buying ratio. The multiple buying ratio means that how many times do you want the robot to be multiplying that $5 in your first buying amount to put in each of the margin? You can see that the 7 margin call limits that we set, they are here. So you don't change anything on the margin call drop. The robot has given you a drop. If you add all these margin call drop together, it will give you 30.5. That is the radical. When we say radical, this is the radical. You are not afraid. You have prepared for 30.5% is enough for you. Others can prepare for 60% because they are not sure of their signal, but you are sure. That is why you are using this risk type. So it will give you 30.2% drop. So if the coin drops by 30%, you are still safe. You will still continue. Your robot will continue to buy and make profit for you because you are still buying. So we want to set how we want the robot to use this $45. So we are only working on the multiple buying ratio, which is multiplying. You can see on the last margin. Okay, let's start from the first margin. That is 2. You can see 2 on the first margin, which means that you can see 2 times. Can you see times there? Which means it is multiplying. You can see the name, multiple buying ratio. How many times do you want the robot to multiply for you to buy? So you have put $5 on your first buying amount, and the coin has dropped by 3.5%, which is the first margin call drop. Now, your robot will put in your $5 times 2. That is the meaning of these 2 that you are seeing here. So you have bought with $5 before, and the coin has dropped 3.5%, and the robot has put in $5 times 2, which makes it how much in your trade? $15. It makes it $15 in the trade for you. You enter the coin, and the coin has not gone up; it is going against you. It got to 3.5% deep, and the robot bought for you 2 more times. As it buys 2 more times for you, it's going to reduce your average selling price. You have entered that the coin was $2 when you enter. You are supposed to take profit when the coin goes above $2. But because the coin has gone down and you have bought 2 times more, now your average price will reduce to like maybe 1.7 or 1.8. You get out of the market and take your profit. You don't need to get to the first average price before you go out. That's the work of the margin call drop. So on the first margin, you have 2. On the second margin, you have 4, which means on the second margin, the robots will multiply your first buying amount of 5. It will multiply it by 4. If we multiply 5 times 4, it will give us 20. You had 15 in the trade before. If you add 20, that makes it 35, which means you have $35 in the trade. You are only left with $15. And on the third margin, the robot wants to multiply 5 by 8, and you are left with $15. 5 multiplied by 8 is what? Is 40. Do you have $40 left? No, you don't have it. You only have $15 left. And you have 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 4 more margins to buy, which is 5 times 4, 20. But you are only left with $15. Even if you change the third margin call, the multiple buying ratio, to 1, you are only left with $10. And you have 4 more times to buy. You only buy the fourth and the fifth, and your money is gone. So you want to set this place properly. So what you do is you change from the third margin. You change from the third margin. You cannot buy 8 times, because if you buy 8 times, you are only left with $15, which is not working well. So what you do in this case is you change from the third margin, your multiple buying ratio, you change it to 1. Change it to 1. So you only want your robot to put in on the third margin call $5 times 1, which is $5. On the first margin, no, on the third. The first one should be 2. Leave the first one as 2. You should multiply by 2. That is $10. With the first buying amount of 5, making $15. On the second margin call, if you multiply by 4, that is $20. With the first buying amount of 5 and the 2 times it has put before, which is 15, with $30, that makes it with $20, that makes it $35. You are left with $15. Okay, $15 cannot do the remaining of the work. So you can only buy the first margin call as 2. Then the second margin call to the seventh margin call, you change them to 1. The second margin call to the seventh margin call, you change them to 1. And for engineer, there was somebody that wanted to trade with $100 in the meeting. I think the person left. I was trying to calculate for him to be able to do $100. I mean, from the second margin, change it to 1. From the second, change it to 1. From the second, change it to 1. So those are 6 times of buy. From the second to the seventh, those are 6 times of buy. You multiply 5 by 6, it will give you 30. With the 2 that you have bought on the first margin, that is 10. It will give you $40. And with the first buying amount that you buy, which was 5, it will give you $45. The remaining $5, leave it there, because sometimes you tell your robot to buy with $5, because of the minimum amount on the exchange, it could buy with $7. Sometimes it could buy with $6.5. Sometimes it could buy with 6.1. Sometimes 5.2, 5.7. Yes, change everything to 1. So you leave that remaining $5 there to work for that. So you save it, you confirm. Now wait, before you confirm, wait. Okay, don't worry. No. Okay. Okay. Now you must calculate. This is where you get the name for your strategy. The remark. I told you we are going to put the remark later. This is where you get the name for your strategy. How do you get the name? You add together what you have on these places. On your margin call drop, you add them together. Your margin call drop, add this number. Somebody should add all the margin call drop for us. What will you get? And somebody should add the multiple buying ratio for us. What will you get? I'll add the multiple buying ratio. Somebody should calculate the margin call drops. Add everything together. What will you get? Now, the multiple buying ratio, we have 2. We have 1 in 6 places, which is 6. Then we have 2, which makes it 8. We have 8 times on this multiple buying ratio. What do we have? How many percent do we have on the margin call drop? Who is calculating for us? How many percent do we have on the margin call drop? Who is calculating for us?
Someone calculate for us. I don't know. Really.
Okay, let's calculate it together. We can see that on this. Is someone calculating? No one.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, please calculate for us the margin call drop. What is the total?
I think it's 30.5.
30.5. Now, your margin call drop is 30.5, and your multiple buying ratio is 8. So, whatever amount you want to use as your first buying amount, you multiply it by 8 or 9, because you add it with your first buying amount itself, which is 5, which is 1 time. So that is 9. So your multiple buying ratio is 9, while your margin call drop is 30.5. Do you understand now? The number of times that you buy in this trade is 9 times. 9 times. Now, the percentage drop that you are preparing to buy is 30.5. So the name of your strategy, click on confirm. Let's give the strategy a name now. Click on confirm. Now, the name of the strategy is, give the strategy a name. On the remark, click on optional and type this 30.5% drop. Type it 30.5% drop, 30.5% drop, 30.5% drop. Please, there's somebody, noise is coming from your end. Please mute your microphone, and you can always unmute whenever you want to talk. If noise is coming from your side, mute your microphone. So the name of the strategy is 30.5% drop, put percent. 30.5% drop, 30.5% drop, percent, put space, then put drop. Put space and drop. Drop, D-R-O-P, then put a comma, 30.5% drop, comma, then put space again. Put space again, then MBR. MBR stands for multiple buying ratio. MBR. MBR for multiple buy-in ratio. Yes, put a dot. Put a dot to shorten the MBR to show that it is. Now put a space. MBR 8. Now put 8. 8. 8. No, 8. Yes. So the name of your strategy is 30.5% drop, MBR 8. So you're buying 30.5% drop in this strategy, and your MBR is 9. Put 9. Your multiple buying ratio is 9. MBR 9. So whatever amount you want to use, if your capital is $100 and you want to use this strategy to trade, divide $100 by this MBR, which is 9. That is your first buying amount. So for you, that your capital is $50, you divide 50 by 9. Okay, no, put 10 for the miscellaneous. Put 10 on the MBR. Put 10. Yes, I know it is 9, but because if you tell your robot to buy with $5, sometimes it will buy with 5.2. So I don't want you to be stopped. That is why I said you should put 10. So whatever amount you want to use as your first buying amount, you divide it by 10. Whatever amount you want to use as your capital, your total capital amount. If your capital is 300, divide it by this MBR. That is what you put on your first buying amount. Do you understand now?
Yes.
Okay, now the next thing is to click on distributed and take profits allocation. Now, these are the sub position. I told you from the 5th position to the 7th position. If you have set 7 margin calls like this, from the 5th to the 7th, the robot, if you're trading in sub-in moderate time settlement, the robots will be able to buy and sell, even when the coin is still against you. It will buy the 5th margin, it will sell. Buy the 7th margin, it will sell. The 6th margin, it will sell. If it goes down again, it buys them again. It sell, buy, sell, until the coin goes up to your 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st margin, and then it will sell everything. But this 5th to 7th margin, it will be selling them individually. It will not sell them together with the other ones. To sell them individually. So you want to change them to 1. Change them to 1. Okay. Yes, change them to 1 because your take profit is 1.3%. Change these ones to 1. Change them to 1. Yes. Change them to 1. Confirm it. Confirm it. Confirm it. Confirm it. And then we are done with building the strategy for sports. So we are done. You save it. Save. This is the strategy that you use for sports. Anytime you want to trade sports, this is the strategy that you will use. Do you understand that now? Dablo, I hope you are following. I hope you your strategy
Yes.
like that. Dablo.
Yes. Yes.
Have you built your strategy like that, Dablo?
Yes. Yes.
Very good, very good. So the next thing is for us to build a strategy for futures. Let us build a strategy for futures, but before then, just give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm here. Just give me 1 to 2 minutes. Let me quickly do something. Okay. Thank you for waiting for me, friends. Thank you. I had to I had to give you that music to enjoy while I was away. I hope you enjoyed it. So the next thing for us is to build a strategy for futures. And to get that done, you click on the plus sign at the top of the screen. We are now building a strategy for futures. Click on my strategy setting again. My strategy setting, then the plus sign at the top of the screen. The plus sign. Just as, aha, very good. Now we are creating a strategy for futures. Here in futures, we are not using either the steady radical or the conservative. We don't mind anyone that it gives us, because our margin call limit is 7. Our margin call limit is 20 on these futures, not 7. So we will be the one to configure our margins by ourselves. We don't need the robot to give us margin call drops. We want to be able to do our margin call drops by ourselves. So the remark, we will cover the remark, just put futures trade setting on the remark. Futures trade setting on the remark. Futures, F-U-T-U, T-U, no, F-U-T-U, futures, F-U-T-U, T, T for Timberland, yes. R-E-S, futures, yes, futures trade setting, futures trade setting, futures trade setting, futures trade setting. No, it is A, T-R-A-D-E, T-R-A-D-E, D-E, yes, then setting, futures trade setting. Futures trade setting. That is the name of the strategy. Futures trade setting. Now, your first buying in amount. I told you your first buying amount should be just 5% of your capital. It is possible you even use 3% of your capital, but let's do 5%. So you're trading with $50. What is 5% of $50? 5% of $50. I think 50 times 5%. Okay, 50 times 5%. Okay, $50. 5% of $50 is actually $2.5, but don't worry, use $5. If you are trading with $100, your first buying amount is 5. Okay, your first buying amount is 5. You use 5% of your capital, and if you are trading with $200, you use 10 as the first buying amount. $10 is 5% of your capital. But for you using $50, please top up your capital top up your capital very soon. Okay, please do so. Please top up your capital, raise it to $100 so that you will enjoy and you will not get stuck. Okay, I don't want you to get stuck because here in futures you must be buying margin calls as the coin is dropping. So your margin call limit should be 20. Your margin call limit 20. Your margin call limit 20. With your $50, you will only be able to buy how many margins? We have 1 that is 20. 2, 20, that is 25. We are left with 5, 2, 2. With your $50, you will only be able to buy 6 margins out of the 20 margins that we have set. You will only be able to buy 6 margins, but it's still fine. It's okay. It's okay. You will make profit. Don't worry. You make profit. Once you are following the rules, you are using the indicators that you are supposed to use it properly, you make profit without getting stuck. Okay, so your margin call limit is 20. Your whole position take profit ratio should not be more than 1.3%. Your whole position take profit callback is 0.01. 0.01. Because this is futures. We don't want to dull at all. We want the robot to take profit for us sharp, and we are out of the trade. 0.01. All the callbacks should be 0.01. Buying callback, sell position, take profit callback, put 0.01 all of them. 0.01. All the callbacks. Buy in callback. Click on it. Buy in callback. Okay. Are you getting me, Venlo? Change it to 0.01. 0.01. And the last one, which is the sub position take profit callback, change it as well to 0.01. 0.01. Now, you click on the cycle, just as I explained the cycle and the one shot for you. Very good. Change it to one shot. Now, the next thing is to click on the margin configuration. So the 20 margin call limits that we have set, let us configure how we want the robot to buy them and use our capital. Now, it is different. It is a different thing here. On your margin call drop, the first margin call drop, you want when the coin drops by 0.5%, we want the robot to buy. So the first margin, change it to 0.5. Because this is futures. We want to be buying quickly so that our average price will reduce. Then you add 0.5 to 0.5, it will give you 1. On the second margin, make it 1. On the second margin, 1. Then you add 0.5 to 1. On the third margin, you have 1.5. You keep on adding 0.5. Keep on adding 0.5 to them. No, it will be 1.5. You add 0.5 to 1, it will give you 1.5. That is what we put here. Then if you add 0.5 to 1.5, it will give you 2. 2 is what you put on the next margin. So you keep on adding 0.5 to give you 2. No, 2, 2, 2. You are not getting me. I'm just trying to let you know. No, 1.5 is okay on the third margin. 1.5. Then on the fourth margin will be 2. 2. Then on the next one, no, just 2. On the next one will be 2.5. If you add 0.5 to 2, it will give you 2.5. So you put 2.5. Now, if you add 0.5 to 2.5, what will it give you? Venlo. Venlo, if you add 0.5 to 2.5, what will it give you?
Three.
Three.
It will give you 3. Yes, 3 is the answer. 3. So put 3 there. Venlo, I want you to be the one to answer me, okay? No one else will answer me now. Venlo, if you add 0.5 to 3, what will it give you?
1.3.
No, if you add 0.5, add it to 3, what will it give you?
It will give 4.
No, go to your calculator. Go to your phone's calculator. Let me show you. Go to your phone's calculator. 0.5 is the half of 1. When you take 1 and you split 1 into 2, it will give you 0.5. So definitely you have splitted 1 into 2. You can't add half of it to 3 and it will give you 4 because it is half that you are adding. So if you add half of 1 to 3, what will it give you? It will give you 3.5.
3.5.
Yes, are you not getting it? It will give you 3.5. So you put 3.5 on the next margin, which is the 6th. Sorry, I don't want to stress you because of your condition. Sorry. Sorry. I understand. So on the next margin, you do the same thing. You add 0.5 to 3.5. It will give you 4. It will give you 4. And on the next margin, you add 0.5 to 4. It will give you 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. Yes, the next one will be 5 like that. Then the number 10 will be 5.5. 10 will be 5.5. Yes. 10 is where you stop. And on the 11th, you put 66. Put 99 on the 11th. You are trying to block it out to not buy. So put 99. 99. 99. No, not 9.9. 99. Yes. And on the next margin, we start again. You put 6. Put 6. Then 6.5 on the next margin. 6.5. 7 on the next margin. 7. Then 7.5. Put 8 on the next margin. 8. Then 8.5. Put 9 on the next margin. 9.5. Then the last one will be 10. The last one will be 10. Okay. So those are the margin call drops. And on the multiple buying ratio, from the first one, the first margin should be 1. Second one should be 1. Third one should be 1. Fourth one should be 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 should be 1. The multiple buying ratio, 1, 1, 1, 1. That's it. Now, on the 5th margin to the 20th margin, you put 2. Number 5 to 20, you put 2. Number 5 to 20. Either your capital is 500, either it's 1,000, either you use this same margin configuration, okay? The only different thing will be your first buy in amount. The only difference will be your first buy in amount. The only difference will be your first buying amount. The only difference will be your first buying amount. Okay, now you confirm. Very good. Now the distributed and take profit allocations. The distributed and take profit allocation. Distributed and take profit allocation. Distributed and take profit allocation. You change everything to one. Change everything to one. Everything change it to one. Everything change it to one. Okay, now save it, confirm. Confirm, then save the strategy. Save the strategy. Save the strategy. That is all. So whenever you want to trade futures, you make sure you choose this futures strategy. So if you're trading sports, you use the strategy for sports, which is 30.5% drop, MBR 10. And if it is futures, you use the strategy for futures. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, now the next thing is to show you how to enter a trade. Now that you have gotten a signal, you have a signal already, you know how to enter a coin. Now that you have a strategy to trade with, the next thing is for you to know how to enter a trade, and that will be the last thing for us to check out this morning. We have covered all the aspects of trading with Royal Q in this single meeting. This is very amazing. This is very, very amazing. Thank you, friends. Thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you for joining. So the next thing now is for me to show you how you are going to enter a coin. How you are going to enter a coin. So go back to the home page and click on a coin. Let's start from the spot. Let's assume you got a signal on the spot market. You want to trade a signal on the spot market. Let's assume you want to trade. So gather your markets very well. Arrange your markets properly. Use the 24-hour change. Arrange your markets properly. We want to trade spots. You know, which coins do we trade in spots? Which coins do we trade in spots? Venlo, which coins do we trade in spots?
The the red.
Yes, the red. So show us the red. Show us the red coins. That is what we trade in spots. The red coins. Click on 24-hour. Very good. Very good. So click on anime. Let's check anime. Let's check anime. Okay, check and let me know. Is it qualified? Let me know if it is qualified. Let me know if it is qualified. Is it qualified?
No.
No, it's not qualified. Why is it not qualified? Why is it not qualified?
RSI not below 20,
Very
statics not below 20, and
Very
stop.
good. Very good. Very good. Then the MACD. What is the MACD? Is it qualified?
Negative. It is it is qualified.
Very good. I love that. I love that. God bless you. I love that. Very good. So it is not qualified. What you do is you check for the next coin, but let us assume. Okay, click on the next coin. If it's not qualified, we just use it like that for the case study. Check it. It's not qualified. You can see that it's pointing at neutral. Check the technical indicator. Sometimes when it is pointing at neutral like this, it might be your network. Okay, you can see that it is neutral, truly. It is truly neutral. If it is your network, nothing will be displayed in this technical indicator. You will only find 000. That's how you know that your network is bad. Okay, so just Just okay. Let's see. Okay, this one. Let's just open it. Click on create. Let's assume that this is a signal. Let us assume that this coin has signal. This coin is our signal. Maybe we send the signal or the coin is valid. You have seen that it is valid. You click on create. Let me show you how to pick a trade. So we have the martingale strategy bot and we have the grid bot. So martingale strategy bot is the act of buying. You can enter with a first buying amount, and then when the coin drops, you buy more. That is what we do in martingale strategy bot. But grid bot is the act of buying low and selling high automatically for 72 hours, which we are not using the grid bots. We don't trade with the grid bots. We use martingale strategy bot. So it is on martingale strategy bot. You click on create. It is on martingale strategy bot. You click on create. Click on create again. Very good. I understand. I understand. I understand. Yes, I understand. Okay, now the next thing for you, scroll down, scroll down. You will see, when you scroll, you will see that the strategy details, there is no strategy on this coin. Can you see? You can see that the first buying amount is zero. Margin call limit is zero. Take profit, everything is zero. Can you see?
Yes.
What to do is to click on trade setting and pick up your strategy, the strategy that we have created. Now, when you get here, you will see smart create and you will see manually create. This smart create is like a default strategy that Royal Q has created. But when you click on manually create, you can be able to create your own strategy. Click on manually create. Manually create. So this is the default strategy that Royal Q has created inside manually create, but you can edit. So you click on choose a strategy. Since we have created a strategy already, you click on choose a strategy setting. So which one are you going to choose out of the two? Which one are you going to choose?
Mm, The 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 sport.
Very good. So which one is the sport? Which one is the sport?
The sport is the second one.
Very good. The second one that has 30.5% drop, multiple buying ratio 10. So
Mm,
you click on
mm,
that strategy, click on it, just click any area on that second one. Just click on any area on it. Very good. Now you see that it has applied. It has applied. You can see our setting, our take profit cover 0.2, 0. Everything has applied. So there are a few things that you must change here. When you come to this change, there are just two things, just two that you must change when you get to this page. I told you the sub-in mode real-time settlement helps you to be able to buy and sell. Once the robot has bought from the fifth margin, now we set 7 margin, it will be buying and selling the fifth to the seventh margin and giving you profit even while the coin is still against you. So you want to click on that strategy mode, the old warehouse mode, you change it to sub-in mode, real-time settlement. You change it to sub-in mode, real-time settlement. Sub-in mode, real-time settlement, so that you'll be able to get profit even when the coin is against you. Now, the first buy-in amount, remember, I told you your first buying amount, you divide your total capital, which is $50. You divide it by what? By your multiple buying ratio. What is your multiple buying ratio? What is your multiple buying ratio?
5,
10. Your multiple buying ratio is
10,
10. Yes. So you
10. Yeah.
divide your capital by your multiple buying ratio, which is 50 divided by 10. It will give you what? To
To
give you what? Huh?
give to 30,
No.
35 point.
50 divided by 10. 50 divided by 10. It will give you 5.
Mm,
Yes.
5.
So your first buying amount should be 5.
Mm,
Yes, 5. Then you are done. You click on save. You save it. Save the strategy. Save. Confirm. And after saving, you scroll down. Can you see now on your strategy details? Can you see that you now have a strategy in the coin? Can you see your first buying amount, your margin? So you confirm that everything is here. Once you have confirmed that, the next thing is for you to click on activate and you start the trade. That is how to start a trade. Don't click on activate now because we are not activating this trade. So that is how to pick a trade on spot. All these things that we did, once a signal is sent, you must be able to complete all these things within 2 minutes. Not that don't be slow with it. So before a signal comes, you should go to our YouTube channel and watch this video again. Or if you remember all the steps, you practice. Make sure you practice before the signal comes. If I send a signal and then you text me that is this correct? I will not answer you. Okay? Because I have told you now, you practice before the signal comes. I always tell you, it is better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to not be prepared for an opportunity and have it. If I send a signal and then you start asking me questions, that means you are frivolous, you are tensed, you are in a haste to enter the trade. So you will not be calm. You are bound to make mistakes in such ways. When you have not prepared, you will make mistakes because you are rushing. You want to enter the signal. Oh, I should enter. I must enter before 2 minutes. I must enter before 5 minutes. You are rushing. You will make mistakes because you are not sure yet. So you must be sure yet. You must have practiced. You must have practiced and understood how to enter a coin before I send a signal. Okay? It is very, very important. So that is how to pick a trade on spot. What did you say? What did you say?
What?
Okay, I thought you were talking to me.
As if talking to someone else.
Okay, it's someone else talking, right? Please, if noise is coming from your side, always mute your microphone. If you are in a place where they are talking, please always mute your microphone because this video is recorded. We are posting it on our YouTube channel. We don't want there to be some feedbacks, okay? Please, if you are talking or someone is talking where you are, always mute your microphone. Thank you so much. So now we have gotten how to set a trade in sport. The next thing is to know how to set a trade in futures. So go back to your home page. Let's get right into it. That is the last thing for us to check out today. Last thing for us to check out today. So in sports, I told you can only trade long. This example that I just took is what we call long. Long is trading from the bottom and taking profit at the top. And when you want to trade long, you come to these coins that are red. Now, when you want to trade short, I told you short cannot be traded in spot. You can only trade short in futures. So in futures, you have both long and short, but in sport, you only have long. So click on futures. Let's go to futures. Click on futures. Let's go to futures. Very good. These are the markets in futures. So in futures here, you can decide to trade either long or short. You can trade both long or short in futures, right? You can trade both long or short in futures. Venlo, I believe you have bound your API with futures. Have you done that?
Yes.
You have done all the multi-asset mode, the edge mode,
Yes.
Okay, very good, very good. So now, if you are trading long in futures, you come here, you see the first coin. When you click on 24-hour chain, this is the first coin, Hippo. So if you want to trade this coin now, it's the same way like we did in the spot, but different strategy. It's the same way, but different strategy. So let's assume this is the coin you want to trade now. Let's assume it is pointing at strong sell and the indicators are showing 20, and MACD is negative. You click on create. You want to trade long in futures. The example we had the first time is how to trade long in sport, because long is the only thing that you can trade in sport. But here in futures, you can trade long, you can trade short. So I'm showing you how to trade long in futures now. You can see at the top of the screen, we have long, we have short. Can you see? We have long, we have short. Click on short, let me see. Click on short, let me see. Okay, so when you click on short, you can see at the bottom of short, can you see short again, written in a red text? Can you see? No, don't scroll.
Yes.
Can you see? That means right now
Yes.
you are on short. But the signal that we got, is it short or long?
This is short.
The one that we entered, this IPO, is it a short coin or a long coin?
The signal we entered.
This IPO, let us assume this IPO is signal. We can see where the IPO, which side is the IPO? Is it on the long part or the short part?
Short.
Very good. So you click, no, not short. Go back and check. Go back and check this IPO. Go back and check. Go back and check. Go back. Is this short? Is this a short category?
No, it is long.
I told you long is trading from the bottom to the top. So when you want to trade long, it means that the coins are down. The coins are red. So that's why I'm asking, this trade
This
now,
is
this
long.
signal, this IPO, is it a long trade or a short trade?
It is long trade.
Long. So click on IPO again and select long at the top. Okay, can you see where you have long, under long, you see IPO USDT, you see whole warehouse, you see 1x. Can you see in the front of 1x? Can you see long again? It's written in
Yes.
a green. That means you are in
Yes.
long right now. You have selected long, okay?
Yes.
Click on
Yes.
short again and see how it will change. Click on short. You see that it has changed to short. It is now red. Short.
Yes.
Click on long again.
Yes.
You can see. So we want to trade long because the coin is red. The coin is down. So when the coin is down, you want to trade it in long. So long means that you are buying, and short means that you are selling. The reason why you are seeing that long is showing you here that long is green is because you are buying. When you are buying, it is green. When you are selling, it is red. Because when you buy an asset, that asset will go up. The price of the coin will go up. When people are buying a coin, the price will go up. So buy always makes a coin to go up, while shorting always makes a coin to go down. So when you are shorting, when you are doing short, it means that you are selling. What you are doing, you are forcing that coin to go down. That is why you see that short is red and long is green. But actually, we pick for long coins in the red category and we pick for short coins in the green category. Do you understand that differences now?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now that you have confirmed that you are on long, the next thing is to scroll down and check. Scroll down and check. Do you have a strategy on this coin? Is there any strategy on this coin?
No.
No, there's no strategy. So what do? You click on trade setting, you click on manually create, and then you click on choose a strategy to choose your strategy and put it on the coin. So choose your strategy. Which one are you using now? Which strategy are you going to use?
The first one.
The first one, which is the futures trade setting, because we are trading futures and not spot. So you click on any area on that first one, the futures trade setting. Now you see that it has applied. You see we are having margin call limit as 20. Can you see? It has applied.
Yes.
So
Yes.
right here, before we come here, we have three things to set here. Three. You know, in sports, we only set two things here, which is the strategy mode. We changed it to sub mode, real-time settlement, and the first buy-in amount. But here, there are three things that we always set here, which is the strategy mode, the first buying amount, and the leverage multiples. Can you see leverage multiples? The meaning of leverage multiples is that When you are trading with $50, your first buying amount is $5. When you are trading with a first buying amount of $5, if you use on Royal Q, you can use leverage multiple up to 20 times, 20x leverage multiples, which means you are trading with $5, but on the real, your exchange has borrowed you $5 times 20 to run that trade, which means your first buying amount is 5, but on the real, your first buying amount is 50. Because your exchange has borrowed you $50 to run that trade. So if the coin goes in your favor by 1%, you are supposed to take profit of 5 times 1%, but now you're going to take profit of 5 times 20% because you have used the leverage multiple of 20. But we always advise, don't use more than 5 leverage multiples, because if the coin goes against you and you have used a leverage multiple of 20 and the coin has gone against you by 1%, the robots will read the coin has gone against you by 20%. Are you getting me? Because you have used a
Yes.
leverage multiple of 20. If the coin goes in your favor by 1%, the robots will give you 20% profit. And in the other way around, if the coin has gone against you by 1%, you will be in a 20% negative. So you can be easily maxed out. Here in futures, you can lose your money. You can lose your capital in futures. In sports, you cannot lose your capital. But in futures, you can lose your capital. Royal Q is not the one that created futures. Futures was created in the exchange, was created on the coin. Royal Q is just a tool to trade it for you. So you have to be guided. Make sure you know what you're doing, or else you will lose your capital. If you lose your capital, it's not me, it's not Royal Q. You know, if you lose your
Yes.
capital, it's because you have done the wrong setting, or you have disobeyed the rules. So you have to stick with the rules here in futures. When you are trading futures, make sure you stick to the rules. Don't go more than 5x leverage. In fact, right now we are beginning to stop the usage of leverage, but for now, let's still do. You can do like 2x or 3x. Let's do 3x maximum. So you can use 3x. 3x. You can use just 3x is enough every time you want to pick a trade. Now, when you change the strategy mode to sub-in mode real-time settlement, change the strategy mode to sub-in mode real-time settlement. Sub-in mode real-time settlement. Sub-in mode real-time settlement. Then the last thing is the first buying amount. You can see here that on the first buying amount, you cannot put $5. You see that there's no USDT there. You are seeing 2993 Hippo, right?
Yes.
Because you can only buy with the price of the coin itself, with the quantity. You can only buy using the quantity. How many pieces of Hippo do you want to buy? That is what you put here, not like how many dollars, how many USDT you want to buy. No, in futures trading, you don't buy using US dollars. You buy using the quantity of the coin. Then they will convert the quantity into US dollars for you, and then you will know how much you have bought. So to calculate your first buying amount, what you do is to take the amount that you want to enter with. How much is your first buying amount on this trade? How much?
First,
How much?
first amount.
Yes, how much?
Mm, five. $5.
$5. Very good. $5. So you use just 5% of your capital as first buying amount. So $5, then you take $5 divided by the current price of this coin. What is the current price of this coin? Save it, save the strategy, save it under. We'll come back to set the first buying amounts later. Save it first. Scroll down and save. Scroll down and save the strategy that we have put on it. Save it. We'll come back to set the first buying amount. Now, you want to use $5. You see that the strategy has been put there, but the first buying amount is showing 2,993 USDT, which is too much. That is not what we want. So you scroll up to the top, scroll up to the top, scroll up to the top. Now, you can see the current price of the coin, right? Can you see the current price?
Mm,
Can you see?
Yeah, it is like letters.
Current price of the coin is 0.00165.
Mm-hmm.
0.00165. That is the price of the coin. It's not up to $1. It's not even up to 5 cents. It's not even up to 1 cent. The coin is very cheap.
Yes.
0.00165. That is the price to get one piece of Ipu. Now, what you do is you take your first buying amount, which is $5, you divide it by this current price. So go to your calculator and say 5 divided by 0.00165. Please do that on your calculator. 5 divided by 0.00165. Are you doing it?
Oh, my calculator does not doing it.
Okay, let me do it from here. 5 divided by 0.00165. Okay, if you say 5 divided by 0.00165, the result is 3.030. The result is 3030.3030. Can you get it? 3030. That is the result. So your first buying amount will be 3030. 3030. That will be your first buying amount. Now, to confirm that, you see this current price of the coin is what?
Yes.
The current price is what? 0.00165. Now, the pieces of the coin that you are buying 3,030 pieces of that coin. You know, they are selling one for 0.00165. Now, you are buying 3,030 pieces of that coin. So if you multiply 3,030 pieces by the current price, which is 0.00165, 3,030 multiplied by this current price, 0.00165, it will give you $5, 4.999. Okay, do you understand now? So
Yes.
you divide your first buying amount by the current price. That's how you get your FBA. The amount that you want to enter the market with, either is $5, either is $10, either is $50 that you want to enter the market with. You divide it by this by this current price. That is how you get your first buy. So on the first buying amount, click on trade setting. So this is what you must first calculate before you enter into trade setting. After you select long, after you select that it is long that you want to trade, the first thing that you must calculate is this first buy in amount. You must first calculate your first buying amount to be your entry price, which is $5, divided by the current price, which will give you 3030. So on the first buying amount, you change it from 2993 to 3030. 3030. 3030. 3030. 30. No. 3030. That is your first buying amount. Now save it. Save it. Save it. Okay. This coin is not allowing you to buy $5. Are you with me? Can you see? Save it again. You see a notice under. We have used 3030. Save it. So you can see the first order amount cannot be less than 3042. So you can't buy less than, I told you before that some coins, You tell your robot to buy with $5 and it will buy with $5.2, some 5 point. So that is what you are seeing here. It's not allowing to buy with 3030 IPO, but 3042. So the minimum amount you can buy on this coin is 3042. So put 3042 there. 3042. If we multiply 3042 by the current price, which is 0.00165, it will give us 5.01. So it's approximately $5. It's approximately $5, 5.01. So save it. Save it. So the coin is not buying $5 on dot, but 5.01. Now it has been saved. Scroll down. Can you see? 3042. It's actually not USDT. It's showing as first buying amount USDT. No, it's not USDT. It's 3030 pieces of 3042 pieces of IPO. That's what you buy. Then you once it is saved like this, you activate and you are already in the trade. So that is about it. And if it is short that you want to trade, that is about trading long. This is about trading long in futures. So if it is short that you want to trade, go back and pick the coins that are in short. Go back and pick the coins that are in the short category. Go back and pick the coins that are in the short category. Go back and pick the coins that are in the short category. Let's see the coins that are in the short category. These are long. Let's see short. Let's see the short. Show us the short. Very good. So you pick one of them. Pick the first one. So let's assume this first one is signaling, is on strong buy. Let's assume it's on strong buy. Let's assume the technical indicators are showing us 80 above, 98 above on the second one, and 90 above on the third one. And the MACD is positive. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Okay, let's assume that everything is perfect. Click on create and get to the landing page. Click on create and get to the landing page. Yes, right here, you will need to choose. Is it on long now or is on short? Tell me. Is it on long now or is on short?
It's on wrong.
It's on long. So what do? You change it to short. You change it to short.
Yes.
Very good. Now that it has changed to short, you scroll down. Let's see. Do you have a strategy on the coin?
No.
No, there's no strategy. What do? You click on trade setting. After clicking on trade setting, you click on manually create at the top. Then you click on choose a strategy setting and you pick your strategy. Which strategy are you going to use for this short?
The first two.
The first one, which
The
is the
first two.
future trade setting that we have used for the long in futures. So you click on it. Future trade setting, the same strategy for long and short as far as it is futures that you are doing. So I told you, you see, we made that mistake again. Before we come here at all, before we even click on trade setting, we must have known our first buying amount. So go back to the home page again. Go back to the home page. Let's start again. Go back to the home page. I don't want you to make the mistake. Go back to the home page. Okay, so let's assume that the coin you want to trade down is Storage. Click on Storage. Storage USDT. Click on it. Click on Storage. Storage, the second one after BSW, the second coin. So let's assume this is the coin you want to trade. Click on create and get to the landing page. Let's assume you want to trade this coin now. So is it on long or is it on short?
It is on wrong.
And what do you want to trade?
Short.
Short. So you put it on short. After putting it on short, the first thing to do is to calculate your first buying amount. After selecting either you're trading long or short, the first thing is to calculate your first buying amount. So how do you calculate your first buying amount? How do you calculate? Your first buying amount is what? 5, right?
Yes.
So how do you calculate?
I get 0.2850, then I divide.
No. You divide 5, your first buying amount, by 0.28 that you see here. It's not as if you will divide 0.28. You don't first take 0.28. The first thing is to put your first buying amount on the calculator. which is 5. Then you divide 5, then you put the division sign, and you put this current price there is equal to, that is equal to is what you use as your first buying amount. Are you getting it?
Yes.
So now let's go to the calculator. We have 5. I want you to be the one to do it. Open your calculator on this phone that you are sharing screen with Bello. Open your calculator now. Minimize your screen or go to your screen and go to your phone and open your calculator. Let's see your calculator, Venlo. Open your calculator.
Calculator. Do I have a calculator here? I need to download it. I have it on my small phone.
No, search it at the top. Search it. You must have it. Search for calculator at the top. Click on the search. Yes, search for calculator. No, CAL. Okay, that is it. Look at it. Aha. Oh, you just install. Okay, you haven't installed. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I need to
Don't
download
worry.
it.
Okay.
I will download it.
You can use a chat. Go to a chat in WhatsApp. I don't know if Android is doing it, but in iPhone, you can chat with your keypad. You can do calculator with your keypad, but let me do it for you here. I just want you to be the one to do it so that you really understand it. So we say 5 divided by, what is the current price?
0.2835.
Okay, 0.2835. So 5 divided by 0.2835, it will give us 17.6. So what you put there is the 17. Whatever you have at the back of the point, you don't put. So only the 17 is your first buy in amount. Now, if you multiply 17, by this current price, 17 multiplied by 0.2 what? We said 0.2835. 17 multiplied by 0.2835, which is this current price, it will give us 4.8, which means you're using $4.8 as your first buy in amount. It is equivalent to 5 as well. So your first buying amount should be 17. Go to, so you click on trade once you get your first buying amount. So I told you the first thing is to calculate. After you click on long or short, first thing is to calculate your first buying amount, then you click on trade setting. All these things, you must be able to do them within 2 minutes. You must be so fast with them. You can't be slow, because if you are slow, the coin would have moved out from the entry position, and if you trade it at that time, you can run into loss. So you have to be fast. So that is why you must practice. You must practice like 10 times before the signal comes or before you are ready to trade. So 5 divided by 0.2835 gives us 17. So we can use 18 because some coins will not allow below $5. So we can use 18. Let's say 18 multiplied by 0.2538, giving us, is it 2538 or 2835? Okay, 2835 multiplied by 18 multiplied by 0.2835, giving us 5.1. So use 18, which is $5.1. So you click on trade setting, manually create, choose a strategy setting, choose a strategy setting. You choose your strategy, the futures, choose it, make sure you choose your strategy. Then the first thing to change is the whole warehouse mode. Change it to sub-in real-time settlements. Whole warehouse mode, you change it to sub-in real-time settlements. Then the first buying amount, we said 18. You can see that 18 is there as the minimum. You have 18 stored there. Can you see? Or are you the one that typed it?
No.
Aha, it is there because it is the minimum amount. That's why you see it there. 18 stored is the minimum amount that you can buy with this coin. If you put 17, it will not work. The answer we got was 17, but I said we should approximate it to 18 because it will buy above $5. So 18 storage, that is $5.1. Then what is the last thing to set is the leverage multiples. I told you don't use more than 3x. Sometimes you don't need the leverage at all. Just take your profit and get out. But sometimes when the signal is so sure, you are so confident, you can use 3x leverage. Click on I understand. I understand. So you can use 3x leverage, then you save it, you save it. Once you save it, you scroll down and check if it is there. Is it there?
Yes.
Yes, it is there. Then the next thing is for you to activate the trade and expect it to deliver and give you your profits. So now we come to the end of the meeting for today. We have started since 7, I don't know, past 7 a.m. We started. We have been here for 2 hours 40 minutes.
Yes.
So, Vendo, I know you started with me. Some people joined, they have left. I see DK Ocha in the room. Thanks for joining us. We've been here since the past 2 hours 40 minutes, and now we have come to the end of the meeting.
Thank you very much, sir.
So, do you have any question? Before we end it? Do you have any questions? Let me know if you have any questions.
Just question I had is that normally I have to wait when you give me a signal, then I implement it.
No, you don't have to wait. You know how to pick a signal already.
Okay.
You
I
know
know
how to search for a signal already. You search. When you get a signal,
Yes.
before you trade, you send me the name of that coin. Then I'll check from here and I'll tell you, okay, you are right. Let's trade it. Then I'll give the signal to everybody. All of us will trade. You too, you will trade. Everybody will make profit.
Okay.
You don't have to wait for my signal, but before you
Okay.
find a
Yeah.
coin to trade, before you find a signal, do the practice by yourself. Practice the technique and make sure that you are perfect. Practice the technique and make sure that you are perfect on it before you try to enter a trade. I will keep on sending you signals because I send broadcast message to all of my team members. You can see that I always send you signals. So you always get my signals, but if you are not ready to trade, please don't trade. If you are not ready to trade, don't trade. Wait for the perfect time that you are perfectly ready before you enter a trade. Don't risk your money. It is better for you to have your capital in your hand than for you to get it into a trade that you don't want to go into. Okay?
Yes.
So is that all you want to ask? Do you have any other question?
No.
Okay. I
will
see
ask
that.
you when I
Okay. Okay, I see that you are satisfied. I'm happy. I'm happy that you have understood everything that I've been teaching since morning. I want to say a big thank you to everyone that was here, everyone that is still here. Thank you so much for joining us. We wouldn't have made it possible if not for you. There's a meeting going on. I think they would have ended the meeting by now, or it might still be going on in the big team. In our big team, they will have their meeting by now. It always happens 8 a.m. in the morning. That is 1 hour ago, 1 hour 13 minutes ago. So they would have started. I don't know if they are still on after this meeting. I'm going to join them to get just to be present. But we have had a wonderful time. We have had our own meetings, and I think we are already ahead of them in the big team because I don't think they have gotten to this stage yet. We started futures even before they started. We have started futures since like 1 month ago. I've been posting videos about this futures trading, but they just started futures trading in the big team this week. They just started on Monday. If you have been attending the meetings, you'll see that they have started teaching about future. So you can always join us on the big team as well, because my own meetings are not always every day. I'm still on V2. Once I get to V3, I'll have my scheduled meeting times. But for now, I don't have a scheduled meeting times. So I just come here on request. When somebody requests for me to assist them, that is when I come to Zoom, and then I try to share and guide them. Then I invite everyone to join. That is how I do my meetings. But for now, we are still joining the big meetings, the meeting in the big team. So it's always holding 5:30 a.m., 8 a.m., and 7 p.m. Nigerian time. So we always join that to learn more about futures trading, to refresh our knowledge and get more insights. So I will always send you the link for the meetings every time that the meetings are on, so that you can always join and learn more in the business. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I see a message in the chat, DKO chat, saying, is the meeting recorded? He said, because I missed the session on picking coins. Oh, DK, you've been trying to talk. You said it seems you were not audible. You've been trying to communicate. We didn't hear your voice at all. We didn't hear your voice. Did you unmute your microphone? Did you unmute? We didn't hear your voice at all. I don't know. Your microphone is on mute, but we can't hear you. Okay, you click on join audio at the top of the screen. You can see an icon that says join audio. Maybe you see a speaker at the top of the screen, a speaker icon. When you click on it, it will allow you to join audio. I don't know if that was the issue you're facing, but I get your point. The meeting is recorded. Oh, okay, okay. I don't know. I don't know what has caused that. Might be a network issue or something. The meeting is recorded and will be posted onto our YouTube channel, VCNGR, my personal YouTube channel. I'm going to post the meeting there so that everyone can rewatch. This meeting has captured all the aspects of trading in Royal Q, both sports and futures. We captured everything. But I'm always surprised that tomorrow or even today, somebody will still come to me and say I should bring them to Zoom and I should come and teach them how to pick a coin. I'll say the video is on YouTube, but they will not want to watch. The same thing that is on YouTube, we keep on repeating in meeting. But people, I don't know, people prefer one-on-one more than to watch videos. God help us. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. So it's fine. I think we draw the curtains for the meeting here. I pray that God will bless and keep you. My brother Venlo, I wish you a very quick recovery. Venlo is here. He had an accident. I think last week he had an accident which uh which makes I think his head is being stitched. I pray that God will heal you very soon, my
Yeah,
brother.
I'll get
Very
get
soon, my
better.
brother. Sorry about it. Sorry about it. Yeah, so okay, okay. DK is saying sorry to you for the accident. Very low. Get well soon, brother. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I'll get
DK.
better.
Venlo is also a part of the mentorship team. Is in the group. Venlo, are you are in my group, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. So we are all in the group together. DK is also in the group, so you can look for yourselves in the group and talk with each other if necessary. So until next time when we meet again, may God bless us, keep us, and may the numbers always be truthful to us. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye for now. You're welcome. Bye.
They don't try, they don't pass it.
Oh, DK. Okay, I think you are audible now. Yeah, I could hear your voice. I thought you were talking to me.
Okay, no.
Okay, my man. Okay, it is well.
Thank you, sir.
All right, bro.
Let me join the general meeting and see if
Yes, let's join the general meeting. Yes, perfect.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right.
I'm so happy I feel flat. I was in a different place when I found this. I wasn't I love you.